and welcome to Battle Royale Strategy Episode 2 for Clash of Lords. Today we're going to be discussing how to defeat Chiron on the final level Iron Fortress of Battle Royale. You're going to see right now I'm showing you the team that I'll be using today, and if you've seen my Toxic Shaman video you'll note that this is basically the same team and pretty much the same strategy, but I'll go over it anyway. Interesting thing here to note is that on my Skull Mage, I'm running a Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is a fantastic aid, especially for a wizard strategy in Battle Royale. His aid skill increases the number of mercs that you have, and when you're wanting to get high damage scores in Battle Royale, you'll quickly find that your mercs are vastly more important than your heroes themselves. So you could see there for a brief moment what I did on Wonton before we took him down, and I apologize I didn't get a Wonton video this week. I'm hoping to get that next week. So here we're going to go ahead and move into the level, and you'll see that we've got 4 heroes left with Toxic Shaman in the middle, and we've got Chiron, who we want to target on the east side. So what we're going to be doing is dropping our landslide in that far east corner as far towards the edge of the map as possible. Then what we're going to do is allow him to walk in, and as soon as landslide's skill is available, you want to hit it. So you're going to be mashing that. So you can see I started my finger way out there and I couldn't place him right away, and I slowly worked my way in until I could place landslide. It's important not to tap really quickly because you'll accidentally drop all your heroes, and that will not go very well for you in the final hit. So as landslide walks in, as soon as his skill is available, I use his skill, and that allows me to pull Chiron by himself. Immediately after that, you'll notice that I dropped my Great Sage on the west corner of the map as far away as possible. There's 2 tactics you can use with Great Sage here. One, you can use his Divine right away and then immediately follow that with his skill, and that will lock up Chiron while you're fighting him with, you know, whatever team it is you have. I have wizards here. The strategy that I like that gets you just a little bit more damage, an extra 5 or 10 mil, is to drop your Great Sage and wait until his skill is available, then use his skill. Once that happens, you will wait till you see the Great Sage skill cooldown timer reach roughly between 8 and 10 seconds, and that's when you want to trigger his Divine. If you have a Pisces Great Sage, his Divine will lock the hero's skills for 10 seconds. So then you can immediately follow his Divine with another skill lock. There are 2 different strategies that can be used on this level as far as pulling that I am aware of. The other one involves using an Abyss Demon instead of a landslide to pull. That's definitely an option you can go with. I personally prefer to use landslide because of his stomp. So my typical order of operations will be, you know, drop everybody, trigger landslide skill, drop my Great Sage in the opposite corner, wait till his skill is ready, use Great Sage's skill. When the timer on his skill cooldown reaches between 8 and 10 seconds, I'll pop his Divine and then immediately use his skill again afterwards. And then from there, what I generally want to try and do, and it doesn't always work out this way that I can get 1 additional skill lock in, but I want to try for it. So if I can keep my landslide and my Great Sage alive through Ambrosia's healing, when there's about 5 to 7 seconds left on Great Sage's skill for the 3rd time, I'll use landslide's Divine, his stomp, which will stun Chiron for those 5 or 7 seconds and allow you the time you need to get off 1 more skill lock with the Great Sage without Chiron's clones coming out. And the reason this is so important is when Chiron drops his clones, most of your heroes and mercs tend to retarget and will often target the clones. The clones have a lot of hit points and a lot of damage reduction, so they're incredibly hard to kill. You basically will not kill those clones that come out. So if you let them come out, you will find your score falls through the floor immediately, and you're doing almost no damage. The other thing you'll notice while watching these videos is as soon as the Toxic Shaman gets engaged with my main group of heroes, not with Great Sage, I expect when you drop your Great Sage on the opposite side that the other 3 heroes are going to end up fighting your Great Sage. However, as long as your main group of heroes does no damage to them, then you will not trigger them, they will not come. You'll see that my Great Sage died, but they're still not attacking the rest of my heroes. It is safe to use Wrath's Divine skill, that does not trigger heroes to be pulled. It is safe to use Ambrosia's Divine skill, that will also not trigger those heroes to come and attack you. But right there you saw Toxic Shaman dropped his skill that immediately starts killing all my mercs and healing himself, so I abort the attack right away. Even if there's 10 or 15 seconds left, you still, unless you have literally the best team that you can possibly have, you know, all the best level 200 heroes, you probably want to stop right away because that heal is going to heal him for more damage than you're doing, particularly because it will kill all but the most buffed mercs within a second or two of it coming down. So the goal, as stated, is just to get in there, drop as much damage as you can on him, make sure you're using your allied winds that really increases your damage, and then get out without letting him or Ambrosia heal up the rest of the team. And it's also important when you're attacking, you know, make sure that if you accidentally pull all the heroes, it's almost best just to drop your spells real quick, do a little bit of damage while you have things locked up, and then quit immediately. You'll notice that I'm slowly doing a little bit of damage to Ambrosia and the Arcane Caster and the Toxic Shaman through some of my other abilities, particularly Wrath Divine. If you let those heals go off, then you just negate that little bit of damage. And it may not be much, but over the course of a day or two of everybody hitting and getting in a little bit extra damage on those heroes, it can add up to, you know, 3 or 4 extra hits saved by the time you get ready to clear the level. So I think that's all we're going to cover for today. Again, this is very similar to the Toxic Shaman video. I highly encourage you to go ahead and give that one a watch as well. I'll make sure there's a link at the end of the video so you can go and find it. And I recommend everybody like and subscribe if this has helped you out. I'm definitely going to be coming out with more content, more Battle Royale videos to show you how to take out these other heroes. And hopefully everybody's game will get up to that next level, and we'll have better competition for those top 10 slots. So let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see, and I'll see you next time.